Welcome back here to News 8 at 5:30. I hope you stayed safe on the roads this morning if you had to travel. Good news is, again, we're starting to see a lot of relief there. It's still maybe take a little bit slow on bridges and overpasses, but overall, not too bad in terms of those road conditions throughout a large portion of the area. 18 degrees, temperature feels like 11. A little bit of that northerly breeze going on here, coming in right around 5 miles per hour. That is going to shift, though, as we get towards the overnight hours. Here's temperatures across the board. Definitely starting to cool off. We're losing what we call that radiational heating, or once the sun comes down, right, that brings some radiation or some energy to the surface. But once we lose that sun and we have clear skies, rises right back up here into the atmosphere. That's going to allow temperatures and also those feels like temperatures to drop pretty quickly here as we get into the overnight hours. Feels like -8 out in Clinton. Don't know about maybe that so much, but maybe near that 2-degree mark like we're seeing out in Savannah here right now. Let's take a look at those road conditions. Again, we did have that weather impact alert this morning. Relief for most of our hometowns. We are still seeing a lot of that 50% covered into portions here of the Illinois side of the river north of Interstate 80, but that's going to continue, I think, to get cleared here as we get into the overnight hours. Looking at the radar, not a whole lot going on as we really expected here with your Sunday afternoon, but we do have a couple more chances coming this week. And the reason why is, well, this active pattern that we've been seeing, right? These lows are riding along the jet stream or the storm track here, and we're just to the north of it. And guess what? We got a couple more of those little clipper-like systems heading our way this week. Notice the upper level wind pattern here. That's the storm track for a lot of these storm systems. And notice these little peaks of, say, those stronger winds. That's what we like to call as jet streak. But along those jet streaks is pretty much a disturbance that can help drive any activity here throughout the region. Notice as we get Tuesday into your Wednesday, there's one of those stronger streaks and those winds still moving here over the region. Also on your Thursday, maybe some of those streaks here near the region as well. Even as we get Friday into your Saturday, maybe a couple chances, not too confident in those there, but something we're definitely watching. But as we get towards your Monday, notice that flow is kind of more east-west. That's what we like to call zonal flow. And when we have zonal flow, that means we have more stability really here throughout the region. So our temperature pattern and this active pattern looks to come to an end as we get towards next week. But this week we still got a little bit of some activity we're talking about here. Monday, not going to be too bad of a day as we get towards the afternoon, 26 degrees. There's that warmth coming your way as we get towards your Tuesday. Mostly cloudy to cloudy throughout the region. Wednesday, not too bad either, but there are some chances for maybe some snowfall mixed in here within those days. Let's take a look at wind chills here as we get through the rest of the night. Notice they're going to drop pretty quickly here as we reach right around 10 p.m. tonight. Many of us into the negatives for those wind chills. As we get towards midnight, they're going to start to see a little bit of relief. That's because we're going to see that southerly flow making its way here towards the region. Even though we are going to be seeing southerly flow, still going to be the time to maybe have that heavier coat on as we start our Monday morning. Overnight lows, again, reaching these numbers right around midnight, right around those 0 to 5 degree mark here throughout the region. Highs tomorrow with that southerly flow increasing to right around those mid-20s here for your Monday. When it comes to any chances for snowfall in the near term, it's going to be maybe some flurries overnight. Very light, you'll notice just clouds on the radar here, but I could see the chance for maybe a flurry or two. Then as we get towards your late Monday evening, I think there's a chance for maybe some spotty little flurries further to the north as we get late into your Monday evening. After that, it's more so your Tuesday into your Wednesday when we're tracking the next chances, starting with rainfall on your Tuesday evening here. But notice as we get to the overnight hours after that rainfall moves through, temperatures drop. Could be seeing some flakes here throughout the region as we get towards your Wednesday morning there. Nothing significant in terms of accumulation with any of this. Just keep that in mind, though, as we get towards midweek. After that, we do have some chances here as we get towards your Thursday, 26 degrees with some scattered snow showers there in the forecast. But the big story after that is really going to be the cold. Look at next weekend. And this is a trend that's been pretty consistent here. Highs near or just above the single digits as we get into Saturday, and look at those overnight lows well into the single digits or into the negatives as we get towards next weekend. So definitely some cold weather that we're going to be tracking here ahead, Harrison.
All right, thanks, Peter. And still ahead, bold